With senators in Washington, D.C. are reacting to several major moves by the Trump administration in the last week. And this morning, Iowa Senator Charles Grassley is joining us live here on KCCI. Thanks so much for joining us, Senator. We want to start with the president's pick for Supreme Court Judge Brett Kavanaugh. Your Judiciary Committee hearings, we know, are still ahead. But what do you like so far about what you've heard about him?
I think that he has demonstrated as a judge on the circuit court that he's a person that leaves his personal views out. He does what judges are supposed to do: look at the law, look at the facts of the case, and make their decision just based on that. He doesn't tend to stretch laws beyond what Congress intended when we wrote the law. And he's an interpreter of the Constitution to what we would call original intent of the writers of the Constitution. In other words, keep the federal government within the bounds of limited government that was anticipated by the writers of the Constitution.
We have more questions for him down the road, we know, Senator. But in other news, we know that Iowans watched yesterday as the president sided with Vladimir Putin when it comes to the Russian interference in the 2016 election. And you immediately responded saying President Trump, quote, missed an opportunity. What message does that send when the president refuses to accept the findings of the U.S. intelligence over what the President Putin said?
Well, he modified that a little bit later. I think he knows he made a mistake, and he tweeted on that subject of support of our intelligence community. I consider Russia an enemy. I think we always have to consider her an enemy. Putin is a liar. The president should have been tougher. On the other hand, don't forget we've had a love-hate relationship with leaders of Russia since World War II. Truman referred to Joe Stalin as Uncle Joe. Eisenhower invited Khrushchev to Washington. Kennedy was embarrassed by Khrushchev in Vienna in 1961. I think Reagan's about the only one that really was tough as they ought to be with Russia. And then you remember even Obama said to the prime minister, tell Putin that after the election, I'll have more leeway to do things than what he did during the election. So there's just been kind of a relationship that has existed, not very friendly most of the time. But any president, whether it goes back to Truman, Kennedy, Reagan, anybody, if you can talk and avoid war, it's better than war.
Diplomacy continues. All right. Thank you, Senator Grassley, so much for joining us from Washington. We'll have much more on what the president had to say coming up on CBS this morning at the top of the hour.